All right, I'm on hole number 9 of these Easter 9-hole cup. This is Southern Pines hole number 4. And I am completely out of it. You had to shoot a minus 13 in order to have any shot at a win. And I haven't shot a bad round. I just haven't picked anything up. I think I've only hit one shot perfect into the cup. And you can't do that and win. The cool thing about the 9-hole cups is that the minimum score on any course, if it has 9 holes, is minus 12. Now, there are some holes like Sunshine Glades. Hole number 1, you have to get an eagle on that par 4. So it might be minus 13, but it starts at minus 12, regardless of how tough the par 5s are. Like, there are a lot of par 5s in this game that don't lend themselves to getting Albie. They don't even lend themselves to getting eagle. They're birdie holes. And you have to get you have to get an eagle on them when you're playing course play. And so this is one of those holes. You have to get an eagle on this hole. That's part of the par for Southern Pines. I'm going to do this mystical feat. And you can do this with a marlin, but every ball bigger than a marlin that you use, it's that much easier. And so I'm using a rose ball. And I don't really want to burn that. I got that. I'm going to bring a berserker. I need to make sure I have a bag that's got a guardian and a big dog, or excuse me, an extra mile and a big dog. Open up a chest. Could have saved myself a gem there, but who's counting? All right, hole number 9. Trying to get, now you can take this shot with a big topper, and in most cases you'll be able to get more yardage with your big topper than you will with your extra mile. If you have an extra mile 8 or an extra mile 9, you're going to be right there. With an extra mile 9, you can net a little bit more yardage than you can with your big topper, depending on the level of your big topper. Because I think my big topper in this account is like level 6. And when it gets to level 7, because it's a Tour 3 club, you're going to get it a lot if you're playing in Tour 3 tournaments. Because you get 2 epics in a chest, and there's not a lot of epics Tour 3 and below. So you'll tend to get a lot of those epics. The pool's diluted. My goal here would be like 420 to 430, but that's on the deep end. And the key is not to hit this great to the right. My opponent's probably in the 400-ish range. 405. I want all of the topspin that I can muster and however much side spin's left. Maybe about 2 rings off that transitional surface. Give myself just a titch of room. 4.9. I'm going to do a 10%, so it's going to be 5.55. There's 5. 5.5. Max curl. No overpower. Hitting it perfect. I'm trying to get myself, I'd really like to be at 420. Where I'd really like to be. I'm getting down there somewhere in that neighborhood. 423. I should be able to do like 2 topspin here and dig myself out of the rough. But I'm going to put on, I found out in my odd account, I put on a bunch of topspin, maybe like 4 or 5. And where the ball guy was bleeding me out was right past the fringe. And I left it short because my ball guide with this big dog is not really good. And the ball guide was true. I ended up exactly where the ball guide said I was going to end up because I started off in a deep cut of the rough. And so the ball guy was actually reading fairly true. So I'm gonna pump it out there and see like how close I can get my ball guide to the hole and actually try and go for Albie. I mean, it may screw me and I may end up getting an eagle, but hey, let's go for it. Because if I can get a minus 13, then I've got a shot. It's 2.6 plus 10%, so it's 2.9, let's say. It's about a ring and a half. A little shy. All right, let's go for it. Going for Albie. Hitting it perfect. All right, that's it. Let's see if I can get the Albie on that. If it clips the rough, I may be all right. that was close. That was close. I at least had I at least gave it the look, and I still have a chance to pick up the eagle. So I didn't sabotage my round, but I at least gave myself a look. I don't normally get that aggressive on that because getting the eagle here is what's the important thing. And so I don't usually want to put my round at risk by trying to get too aggressive, but I was hoping that my ball guide would be a little bit truer. It was appearing and disappearing in that spot. I almost needed to get farther forward just a little bit. I don't think there's any more getting farther forward. Ooh. That's no bueno. All right, wind should not be a factor from here. Hitting it perfect. It should hit the wind was a factor. That's I was hedging my bet a little bit there because I put that tip right on the left-hand side of the flagpole instead of aiming it right at it. And I was hedging my bet on the wind. That if the wind did play a factor, it was down there so close that it was going to be just a little teeny bit, or that drop might play a factor where it would drop off to the right. And either it dropped off to the right or the wind caught it just a little bit. And it went in on the other side. That means on that shot right there, a great to the left and a perfect would have went in the hole, but anything else would have missed. All right, minus 12 puts me at fourth place. That's the deal. Coming in, just being able to pick up one shot. That's the whole thing. What separated me from them? They shot a 13. I had a 12 with the Albie, but they had a 13, and a 13 trumps a 12 all day. Excellent job, guys. Pepe. So that's the whole deal. Picking up one. Pepe came in with a 9. He came in with a 12. I came in with a 12 and an Albie. So if just picking up one stroke would have put me in the lead right here. That's the difference. So I shot an absolutely perfect, clean, that's the minimum score round, and didn't pick up a single shot. And that's the difference between winning or not winning a tournament, or getting a banner or not getting a banner. It's just like that one stroke. But it all starts off at the minus 12. You have no shot. Like if you don't shoot the minus 12, you have no shot up there. But you have to shoot the minimum score in order to have any kind of shot at it. And what's funny is that this is the first time all week I've been able to shoot the minimum score in the perfect round. I've shot the minus 12. I shot the minus 12 here, but I got an Albie on 6 and I dropped 3. So this would have been a minus 13 round for tiebreakers, and that would have put me in the same spot that they were in, and I would have had an Albie. And so that would have put me above them, and that would have been third spot. So that would have been a banner. So each one of those things that you do throughout the week makes a huge difference on the final outcome. But these 9-hole cups really emphasize that whole playing that particular course and getting those holes down and playing for that minimum score. So congratulations to John, NYC, Pepe, and Cisco Will. Great round. I'm glad this tournament's over, though. All right, that was the Easter 9-hole cup. Final round, hole 9. That is hole number 4 in Southern Pines. Thanks for watching.